Hi. I don't know if anyone's watching me or if it's working. Like, how do you know? Is there a website? I guess it's working, I think. If I go to the webpage, twitch.tv, I guess. Some cool tunes. Oh, hi. Hello, chat. Hi. Alrighty. What are we doing? Stuff. I'm never going to get used to OBS. I'm never going to get used to it. This music's pretty cool. Hi. Hi, chat friends. It's unscheduled. It's an unscheduled stream. This is too noisy, this music. It's too much. I need more dulcet tones. Oh, you can't hear it? You can't hear the music? You can't hear the tunes? This is why we do these things. So it's just me. Well, I can hear some great music. So streaming settings. I think it's stuck on. I think I have to stop streaming and I have to change the audio tracks again. I think. I'll be back. The next no audio. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's in OBS. It says it's a thing, but I changed the. What if I advanced audio properties? What if I do this? Can you hear it now? Is it music? Some tunes? Okay. That was dumb. I was playing with audio tracks, like the different layers in OBS, and I clearly got it wrong. And I was playing with my mic setup. Hopefully this mic positioning is a bit better, a bit more tasty. Tasty position. Except that whole thing. Yes. Still working? Great. Okay. What are we doing today? I'm going to play with some chunky PNG, some chunky PNG. I was, for those joining, I've been working on my Twitch chat client thingy in the rubbies. So far it's going quite well. If I run it, you'll see that nothing interesting happens. But if someone types in the chat, like I will now, hello, check it out. It renders words. And so here is the exciting things of this particular phenomenal bit of technology that I've written is that, number one, colors. It renders the correct color, except Brett doesn't render your color. Whoops. That's all right. We'll fix that. Emojis render. And what I'm most excited about is the badges. Yes, I got badge rendering working and it took me way too long than I really hoped it would. And emojis don't work, but we're going to do it today. We're going to get emojis working. We get some emoji action. Now, the reason it was so annoying was that I was trying to learn this thing called the Kitty graphics protocol. And this is the, this is where Chunky PNG comes in. So there's a thing called the Kitty graphics protocol, and it's kind of a way, the Kitty is it's a terminal, kind of like iTerm2 or Terminal, or the other terminals, or Ghosty. But Ghosty and both Ghosty and iTerm. I don't know if iTerm 2 supports the Kitty protocol, but Kitty and Ghosty support the Kitty graphics protocol, and it's a way for you to render images in the terminal. And the way that it essentially works is you just pipe some shit through magical ANSI sequences to the terminal, and the terminal picks it up and renders it. So I'll show you how the code looks. I will move the chat over here. Whoops. JJ chat. And I got persistence working yesterday. Persistence, look, it works. When I run the client again, it picks up from the chat. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. It's like I'm a real developer. So there's a bunch of bullshit in here now, but in this badge renderer business, if there are multiple badges in play, I basically do some bullshit, but bullshit. But here is where these two lines here are where the real magic comes into play. One thing I did yesterday was I hacked the planet and I scraped a bunch of badges off the internet. So I found a website that had a list of all the Twitch badges, and I downloaded them all, and these are all the badges, and I put them in this format like this. So if there is a broadcaster, so if there's a Twitch badge of broadcaster /1, I've saved it as broadcaster_1.png, and this is the broadcaster icon. I think it's a 72 by 72 graphic PNG file. And what I do is when I go to render the badge, I basically get the full path to that badge on the file system, and I do the same name Bizzo as I'm doing here. And this is where the magic comes in. I have to base64 encode the path. So the full file path, I base64 encode that. I then remove any new lines at the end of that base64 encoded bit of that string. And then sometimes when you base64 encode and you get these like equal signs at the end of the thing, we don't want those things. This particular thing was what took me like an hour to figure out yesterday, because nowhere in the docs could I figure out like it doesn't like equals at the end, because these equals are like for padding or something, base64 padding. I haven't figured it out. But you encode the path, and then you send this magical sequence of characters to the terminal. So you escape, do like an ANSI escape sequence to say, hey, this is not text, this is something magical, an underscore, and G. And that sort of says, hey, this is a Kitty graphics protocol. A stands for can't remember. Can't remember that one. Q stands for can't remember. F stands for this is a PNG. So 100 is PNG. T is the transport mechanism, and F is local file, so static file local. And C is the number of rows. C is the number of columns it should render. So I'm rendering this across 2 columns and 1 row. And then the encoded, and then a semicolon, which then ends like the little flag part of the equation. And then I send the encoded path through, and I join it all, and it just works. And I'm very proud of myself. It worked. It was a real pain in the ass because I just could not get it working for the longest time. So I ended up, thank you, clapping. That's very nice. Thank you. What I ended up doing was, so there's a Kitty command line tool called Kitten that you can install. And so Kitten has an iCat method, and that lets you sort of interact with the Kitty graphics protocol on the command line. And it gives you all these bullshit options like clear, transfer mode. This is when I was like the static transfer mode that I was using before, because you can actually just pipe the whole graphic. You can read the entire image and base64 the contents of the image and send it through, but I didn't want to do that because I already had the file on disk. Bunch of bullshit, blah, 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 blah. And so what I did is I did this, I ran the iCat gear on one of the files that I had. So badges. So if I go, where am I? J chat, kitten, iCat, badges. Let's get the Warcraft one that I was playing with. So this will print to the screen the image that I want. Yeah, I'll put it up on GitHub. Yeah, I'll put it on GitHub when I'm done. It's completely just trash code, but actually, I'll show you the real good shit in a hot second. So calm down. But what I was doing with this was so I could write, because I just couldn't get it working. I was following the documentation and I was trying all sorts of combinations of printing. I just could not get it to render. So then I eventually. Yeah, you can have it. You can have what you want. It's bullshit code. If you've got an SSH server, I'll SCP to it now. We'll do a key exchange. All right, so I did this, and then I was just playing with some of the options, right? So I can, what is it, like align? So -- align left, I think. Oh, no, wrong part of the thing. So I can align things. What can I do? I can scale up, blah, 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 place. Choose whether to play the image will be scaled to fit. So the syntax for specifying the rectangle is width, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it's boring. But I got this, I got iCat working, and I just couldn't get my thing working, but this thing was working. So what I did was pretty tricky, and I was proud of myself, is I ran the command and then I piped the whole output of the command into a file, right? It didn't show anything because the output went into a file. And then I was like, what can I do is I can open the file. Yes. So this is what gets printed out. This is what the output of the kitten iCat command was. Because then this is just a string, or kind of, this is like a series of things, right? So that I could just, then I was like, let's turn this into a bash script. Echo-E for treating the escapes correctly. And I was like, cool, well, let's see, chmod +x blah, and let's run blah. That's because this is not very well formatted. So I want to go /e_, and then /e . All right, so then I just like cleaned up the string to make it work within Bash, and then I ran it, and it didn't work. No, /e, not q. And then So what happened then was I was like, okay, now I have a working thing, and then I took this particular base64. Blah, blah, blah. And then what I noticed was that there was no equals here. And I was like, oh, okay. So I don't know what it was, but for some reason, the equal sign was making the Kitty graphics protocol blow up. And I didn't want that to be a thing. So, I made that go away. And so now it's kind of working. Hang on, I'm just going to change this thing over here. Cool. So now that I had this working, I could just basically take this code and just go plug it into Ruby, which is what I did. I plugged into Ruby, and it just worked. And I was very proud of myself. But there are a few things that I was thinking about in before I go any further, I'll show you like the piece de resistance. What's it? Whatever that saying is. And the reason I'm doing this in Ruby and on my Linux machine. So I know there are plenty of Twitch clients, plugins or whatever, like OBS things that let you run the chat on the screen, like as an overlay. And I don't want to do that because I think I can do it in Ghosty. I can use Ghosty and Hyperland and Ruby to do stuff. Because what I'm kind of thinking I'd like to try was have certain I don't like when streams have chat and stream. Yeah, so the reason that I think I'm going to do it, it's because I'd like to broadcast to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And if the chat's not on the screen, then on the YouTube version, I'm just like talking to nobody and you don't really know what happened. And it's just a little bit weird. So I think I've come to peace with having the Twitch chat on the screen. Now, I've read some of the streaming guidelines of the other services. I think Twitch is allowed. Well, you can't re-stream a Twitch stream to YouTube with like merged comments, merged chat. Yeah, okay. So there are plenty of bots that do the merging of chat. It's not allowed on Twitch. The Twitch, I think for a period had a no restream policy. You can't like take the content and put on other services, and they relaxed that restriction a couple of years ago with the caveat that you can't show chat on screen and do multiple. It's against terms of service. Yeah, there. There's plenty of mergy chatty business, but it's against their terms of service to take this clip and put it on YouTube at the same time. With the merge comments, merge chat. Why are they against it? Well, their thing says like they want the best Twitch experience for Twitch users. They want to rank Twitch at the top of the priority list of things that you care about. And so, also I think that the chat, like if you've ever watched like a YouTube live replay, like the chat window on the side is kind of shit. Like it's not very good. And I always just end up like putting it on another screen and full screen anyway. And then watch, like most people watch their shit on mobile and there's obviously no room for live chat on mobile. I watch like a lot of Twitch restreams on YouTube when I'm putting my kid to bed in the middle of the night, so, yeah, I watch a lot of stuff on my mobile. I've got a 7-month-old baby and when I'm trying to put her to bed, she's sort of like just put her in my arms, watch a little bit of Twitch, programming Twitch. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm supposed to be doing some chunky PNGs. But what I was kind of wanting to show you if I can get it working in a hot second. In Hyperland, which is my terminal renderer, my window manager thingy, you can do all sorts of cool things to Windows. So let me just quickly show you. So this is the configuration file that configures my entire UI. Everything from my monitor setup to these border colors here, like that's all configured in this file here. You can change the cursor, you can change the decoration, you can change the shadowing, the shadows and blurs of windows. You can fuck with the animations if you want of the whole thing. Like if I was to open up a million windows like that, this little animation that happens, like that's all configurable in Hyperland. And I've got I've switched around caps lock and escape in Hyperland and a few bits and pieces. Now, the thing about tiling window managers, you try not to touch the mouse as much as possible. So I've got my keys bounded. So, if I was to, I used to play a lot of fuck with consoles in Quake when I was a kid, and like tilde was sort of how you access the console in Quake. And so if I press the command tilde on my keyboard, it opens up one of these things, pow. And then I've got command Q to close, pow. So pow. Now I can do a couple of cool things. Like once I'm in a window, I can command V and make it float. Floating window, like in Windows. I can resize it. Floating window with Windows. Very fancy, very fancy. I'm gonna close that out. I've got different workspaces. So if I go command 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can switch between my workspaces. What I want to show you is what I can do with styling. So there's things called window rules inside Hyperland, which basically the first, you set a window rule and the sort of the syntax is thing to change and target. So like I have here is a window rule that says remove the border if the window, and this square thing is a window, like this whole app here is a window. If it's tagged with chat, because you can tag windows in Hyperland, don't add a border. If it's tagged with a chat, don't add a rounding. So no rounding business up here. No shadow, blah, 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 blah. I haven't quite got this entirely working yet, but let me show you what happens. So if I open up a new window and add tag, let's see if I can get the, so hyper control is the command line that you can use, and then dispatch, and that sends like to Hyperland, hey, dispatch this particular thing action for me. Tag the current window as chat. Now if I do that, pow, 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 look at that. It's fantastic. So it removed a bunch of shit. If I remove the chat, sort of toggle back and forth, right? Pow, 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 pow. Very, very cool. So you can kind of see where I might be going with this, right? So if I can find the other file that I was working on, utils, stream chat, here we go. I was working on this whole business, right? So I was running this big, long, complicated hyper dispatch. Cool. So I'll show you what it says. Okay, so this particular one is an exec, which means run this basically hyper control dispatch, send an action to Hyperland. An exec is run this program as a new window. It's basically open up a new window. This window should be floating. It should be pinned. Now, pinned in Hyperland means that it should stay on this, in the same position, like when you move from workspace to workspace, like I am now. Like, keep it there. Move to this position on the screen. I might just move it to 0, 0 because that number is wrong. Make it 300 by 300 and give it no border. And then I run Ghosty, which is my terminal emulator of choice. The reason I'm using Ghosty is because then I can send the background to 0. So basically just making the whole window transparent. And then you can make Ghosty run a command when it starts, like in command, like run this command only mode. So let's just -E, and then I'm running home magickeith.local bin miss, which is my Ruby environment manager. So run that and exec the following thing as a Ruby command. Blah blah blah. It's quite annoying, but if I run, where is it? Where am I? Yeah, if I run stream chat, look at that. Look at that business. You can't see it's not very good. But look, stream chat. Hey, look at that. I can make it big like this. Hey, look, the chat's in the corner and it's overlaying everything. And now if I switch between windows, see? How cool is that? It's not very good when it's on other windows because obviously the white background makes it look like shit. But you can see kind of what I'm doing with this, right? Now I can have the chat floating the whole time. Maybe I'll just try it on like this. Maybe I'll try it. But the problem now is obviously the tiling situation over here is like covering the whole thing. It's not very good. Oh, cheap viewers on Streamboo, you're back. Don't go there. That's a scam website. But there is another thing you can do to sort of account for that setup. There is a reserved thing you can run, and I'm not going to run it now because there's a good chance it's going to like kick me off, like my HDMI thing connection might break. But you can hyper control again, and this time it's sent like make a change to the monitor. This would be like HDMI because I'm currently in a HDMI connection. Address reserved, and what that says is like, hey, this part of the tiling, just don't put anything there, please. Just like wallpaper's fine, but just don't put anything in there. 0, I think it's like top, bottom, left, right. And what I can do is, if I'm not gonna run it now, but that would like make 300 sort of pixels on the right hand side of the screen a dead zone, which means I can just put the chat there, and I could make it so that my face is sort of the same width, and I'm not having to and then the content just always sort of floats at the right position. Well, that's the idea anyway. I don't know if I can do it or not, but that's what I'm working towards. And the thing that I actually want to do is the reason I'm doing it on my computer is, and not using just some OBS overlay, is that I can make it work on my computer, which is fine. I don't have to keep turning my head to sort of read the chat, which is sort of annoying. And the other thing I can do is I can make the chat fuck with my computer. Am I allowed to swear on Twitch? I don't know if I'm allowed to swear. Oh, well, I don't give a shit. So because Hyperland and these Macs are so customizable, you can do a bunch of cool things. And so, like, I can, ready? Banana. I can set my cursor to a banana. Banana, banana, yeah, boy, banana. The banana is very funny because now, if you go to like a link, where's the link? It like opens, it peels the banana. Hey, look at that! It peels the banana. It's so cool. It's a little banana. It's a banana cursor, and so how do I set it back to default? Is it default? Default banana. Default. Ooh, Jesus, that's the weird, very large cursor. I wonder if I make it 120. Is that just like nah, it's too big. Maybe 64. What's the biggest size you can make the cursor? Okay, 48 seems to be the biggest. Set it back to banana. 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 And because what I think I can do is basically have it so that if someone puts a banana in the chat, it changes my cursor to a banana for 5 seconds. Should we try it? Should we just try to do that now? We could. And just not do chunky PNG stuff. Okay, let's just do that. It's Friday afternoon. Let's live a little. Let's live a little. Live a little. All right, so actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my... Actually, I'm gonna leave this floating chat thing in the top, and I'm going to do this thing here. Sorry. Ooh, 1 second. Back. Okay, so where's that stream chat? I might just change this particular thing so it's not background opacity. Let's remove that just so I can see it and use it properly for the stream. Pow, pow, and go. Yeah. Kill. Let's resize it as well a little bit. Yeah. Cool. All right, so what I want to make it do is when someone puts a banana in the chat, it changes my cursor to a banana. I'm very excited for this change. But the first thing I need to do is get the banana emoji. Because I don't know what my emoji... What? I just want to copy the banana. Thank you. All right, so check this out. Ready for this technology? Ready for the technology? Alrighty. So this is the message renderer that I have. Let's go. If message.params.last is whoa, I forgot to copy paste properly. Is a banana. Then I want to get that banana code that I had. Where's my banana code? Yeah, banana code. Yes. Oh, yes. Banana code. Very nice. Come here. Now that will just work. I will have just made it so that if someone puts banana in the chat, changes banana, but I want to make it change it back after like 5 seconds. So to do that, I need to basically, if there's already a banana in motion, I need to basically debounce the banana handling. And I can do that with a thread, I think. So banana cursor activated is nil. Oh, let's just go banana on. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Yeah, I spelled that right. So banana on, nil. Great. So what I want to do is when someone puts a banana in the chat, I want to set it to banana. I'm going to start basically a background thread that sleeps for a few seconds and then turns the banana back off and sets it back to default. So basically something like this, right? So run this and then 5 seconds run this. But if it's already a banana in motion, like don't put another 5 seconds on top. So, or maybe you should just add, like maybe it should be like a basketball, like a dribble. So for as long as the bananas are coming, it just keeps adding on. So if no one puts a banana in the chat, then it will just stop. And there should be like a countdown. Nah, it's complicated, but this is fine. This is fine. So it'll just reset. It'll just reset the banana handling. All right, cool. So if banana on, then so if something like, let's just do the first hand. So set the banana and then banana on at. Let's make a banana on at because then I can use datetime. Is time.now like this. So set it to the current time and then start a thread. I could have still sent a thread too. Banana thread. Yes. Thread.new. Banana thread. I love the banana thread. Oh, what the hell, Vim? Get away. What the hell have I done? Get out of here. Banana thread. Yes. Now, actually, maybe I don't need two variables. Maybe I can just have, I can just check if there's a thread present, and if it is, just kill it, make a new thread. That's much simpler. Because what I can do is this, right? Banana thread. Sleep 5, basically, and then do this. So the basic handling is set the banana, and then create a new thread, sleep for 5 seconds, and then set the cursor back to the default. Now, what I want to do is, if there's already a banana in motion, though, I kill the existing thread. How do I kill a thread in Ruby? Tell me these instructions. Ruby thread. I think it's just thread.kill. Thread.kill. Is it .kill or is there a method kill, or is it the top level thingy? Oh, there is one. Sick. Fantastic. Love it. Okay, cool. So, set the cursor to the banana. Now, if banana thread is present, then banana thread.kill. I guess that's it. Did I just make it work? I'm not going to save it. I'm not going to save it just yet. I'll save it. It's fine. All right. So, if the whole message is a banana, if there's an existing banana thread in play, kill it. I might just clear it out as well for good measure. But if there's no banana thread in play, set the current cursor to banana thread. Oh, and down here, I need to then clean up the thread. Yep, cool. So if there's a banana thread, kill it and clear it out. And then basically, this will just mean that they've floated this bit of code and then create a whole brand new banana thread. Basically just resets the timer to 5 seconds. So sleep for 5 seconds. In this thread, it will sleep for 5, set the cursor back to the default cursor in after time, and then just nil out the thread. I think this will work. I think I have just gotten a cursor, a operating system. This could be a first for the internet, friends. This could be a first. A Twitch-powered banana cursor. I know. I'm pretty excited. I'm nervous. I'm nervous to try it. Should we try it? Who wants to be is anyone in the chat room is going to be willing to do the first banana? Who's willing to do the first banana? Anybody? Or I have to do the banana? Or I have to do the banana myself? Will I be the banana? I will do the banana. I will be the banana person. Ready? It's running. Now I go to the chat. And I put a banana in the chat. I press enter. It didn't work. No. Why didn't my banana work? Is it because this is like, there's a new line or something? I mean, that's probably what it is. It's probably like there's a new line in the, something. All right, let's have a look. P message.params.last. Whoop. Banana thread. What? Oh, did I not put the banana thread in the right part of the code base? That probably wouldn't help. Actually, just use a global. Let's just be a bit naughty. So in Ruby, it's probably good practice to, I don't know if this is a thing or not, but using a $sign just denotes that this is like a global variable. So let's do this. That's probably a bit nicer. All right, let's try this again. Banana worked. Yes. Yes. I'm so happy with the banana. All right, let's get rid of this. Don't need this anymore. I love it so much. I love it. Why is it rendering 2 of my bananas though? Why is there 2 messages there? There shouldn't be 2. Because I only put 1 in the why is it rendering 2? I don't understand. My persistence gear not working, maybe. Is it any banana related emoji? Like, can I always print double? Subsequent bananas don't work. Oh, did it work? They just didn't see it. Anyone joins this channel, it's gonna be like, what the fuck is this guy doing with a banana? No, banana. Banana. It's actually, it needs to be the actual emoji of the banana, not the colon-based banana. Why is my banana technology not working? This is so embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed with myself right now. Sigh. If there's a banana thread, kill it. But I'm cleaning up the thread here. Like I've cleaned up the... This is all the same, right? Yeah, I've cleaned it up. P banana thread. All right, let's run it again. Yeah, it's going to run it because I'm starting it up. Now it's back to normal. Now, if I put the banana back in, to this chat here. That code's not giving me running. Maybe I am right. Maybe message.params has been funky town. Maybe I should need to chomp it or something. Strip and chomp. A bit of chomp. Because I know it's going to work if I load this up. Yeah, it's going to be a particular... Yeah, but when it comes from the persisted cache, it does the banana handling. But there you go. There's the... Oops, that's look, I mean, I can't see anything wrong with that code. It's just this is not working. Something to do with like the different, like different banana handling or something. Like is different. Is it a different like encoding or something? Is there like different emojis across platform? Like what are these characters? What do these characters even mean? Where is the hex? Where is the I need a reference for the hexadecimals for bananas. Emoji hex banana. Hex points. The fuck if I don't read it? I'm just pretending like I know what the fuck I'm doing here. F, 9F, 8C. Cool, I guess. Different. Well, I think we established there's no new lines, which is good. Yes, look, see when it comes through, when it loads from the cache, it actually has the actual emoji. But when it comes from IRC, it prints as this. Is it because this has not been like properly like transformed into the actual terminal or something? I wonder if there's like a Ruby emoji parser. This is the missing helper. Format. Maybe it's because the string's the wrong format. Format string UTF-8. Maybe that's what I need to do. Ruby. Yes, that's what I need to do. That's the problem. It's an encoding. Force encoding. Thank you. That is what I need to do. Rescue. The reason I'm just wrapping that in exception is I just know that sometimes like sending like dodgy UTF-8 and just breaking things is I think it happens all the time. So I'm just doing that just so nothing, the script doesn't break as I'm running it. All right, let's see if this works now. So I know it's going to run it again because it's maybe it's because the emoji gets stored as UTF-8 and then it's sort of not working afterwards. It worked. Yes, it works. My banana code works now. If I do it again. Ready? Yes. I made my operating system change the cursor when Twitch puts in a banana in the chat. It's worth a coffee celebration. Thank you very much. Yes. Appa 242. Thank you for the banana. Yes, you're the first person to do it. Thank you. I appreciate you. This has been like my life's work. I've spent my whole life leading to this moment, making this work. I wonder if there's any other cursors that I could find. Because I got this banana cursor, Hyperland banana cursor. I got this particular banana cursor, but I'm sure there's other types of cursors. Hyperland cursors. Anyway, I should get back to what I was supposed to do with these PNGs. All right, so I'm going to just quickly restart my script over here. I'll close this one out here. And then just reboot my script. Stream chat. Yes. Banana. I gotta make it so it doesn't do the banana thing when I boot back up. I'm just making sure it's positioned correctly. Great. And now I think what I could do as well, if I really wanted to, is because now I've got like something that's reading messages on my computer, I probably could theoretically make it play a sound. How do you play sounds? Play sound command line. Is it FF play maybe? How do you play a sound on the command line? I wonder how hard that is to make it go, ooh, banana or something. Command line tools like MPG123. MPG123, is this what I want? Does this work? MPG123. Ouch. Oh, it seems to be in there. Pulse, and I've got this is for pipe wire pulse. I've got pulse audio. Let's try it. Sudo pacman. Let's just try installing MPG. Was it MPG? MPG 123. Sure. Okay. So TLDR MPG123. Let's see what is in store. Play the M3 from stand in, jump forward. Now, this website here that I have, Upbeat, I pay for a subscription. It gives me access to all of these cool sounds and stuff. So, I wonder if there's a like banana sound effect or something. Banana. How do I search? BANANAS. BAN. Banana split? Yeah. Where's the banana slip? Download the best banana slip sounds. Yes. Royalty free banana slips. Did you hear that? Let's just pause this music. Nah, I don't want that one. Nah. I want something. There you go, slipping a banana peel. Oh, what's this?
Nice banana.
That's the one. That's the one I want. Oh yeah, what's this one?
Nice banana. Nice banana.
Oh, I think that's the one I want.
Nice banana.
Nice banana. All right, let's get this. Your download is starting. Verify. I am human. I am indeed a human. Okay, I've got my MP3. All right. Let's have a look. Is it in downloads? Is there a downloads folder? Yes. MPG 123. Downloads. Nice banana. Oh. That did not work at all. Why did that not work? MPG 123. Let's try it again. System sounds, maybe. So maybe it's like dispatch. Let's get this hypercontrol dispatch exec. I just want to open up a Parvu control window, another thing. Here we go. And I can go Command Shift 6 and teleport. Success. All right. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. System sounds. Maybe it's in system sounds. Where did my banana play technology go? I lost it. Maybe I'm not playing it through the right device. Skip detect output module set audio device. I think I need to set it to the right audio device, which is the HDMI output. MPG 123. What if I just run that normal? How do I list my output devices? List output devices. Command line. A play -L. Maybe it's in Pav. Maybe it's the answer is in here somewhere. Configuration. Nope, nothing in here, nothing in here. Pipewire, no, I want pulse audio. There we go. PA control list. Maybe this is what I want. Whoa, we were. Too many things. Too many things. I want to send it over the Intel, the HDMI output. How do I send it to the digital stereo? What? Part of profiles. Card 1. Oh, here we go. Card 1. Card 0. My NVIDIA. That's what I want. The NVIDIA card thing. All right, let's have a look now. MPG 123 device select. Blah, blah, blah. Boring. Blah, blah, blah. Or maybe I can get Ruby to do it. Nah, it's a bad idea. Except it's like probably shells out or something. Ruby game. Nah, I don't want that. I don't want that. Let's go back to what I was doing. Device objects. Usage. The device is provided using the ALSA. This is not what I want. This is what I want. Specify the audio device. The device is the system dependent, usually dev audio. This is option if you have multiple audio devices, and the default is what you want. How do you say this default? How do you say default? How does one set a default? Because that's my current. Cool. What does this button do? Oh, it's set as default. Says your. Oh, maybe that was the default. Oh, okay. So that's the default now. But how would I have chosen it manually if I needed to? /dev/audio. Let's try now. MPG. Negative. Is it verbose mode? Why is my banana not playing? Stereo. Is there like a dash speaker? Oh. I hear no nice banana. Smooth. How do I get the... It's clearly not going to the right device. That's clearly the issue. List modules. MPG 123 list modules. I've got a Pulse audio server. That's what I've got. -O, maybe. -O for Pulse. -O Pulse.
Nice banana.
It worked. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Nice banana.
Oh man, this is gonna be so cool. I don't know why it's double rendering bananas over there, but we'll get back to that.
Nice banana.
Nice banana. Okay, so how do I make it less like delayed? Because it's kind of slow. Is there a way to like make it quicker? Gapless.
Nice banana.
It's still very kind of slow. MPG 123 play sound quicker. It might not be worth fixing this particular thing. All right, anyway, so I'm going to take this and copy it and go to my code client. And then when it changes the banana. Now I need a Ruby run command, run shell in background. I think I'm just doing a thread again. I think it's spawn. Yeah, kernel.spawn. Kernel.spawn. I think that's what I want. So just spawn this particular command, and this is fine for now. Gapless didn't really seem to do anything, but I'll keep it in there. Let's try the client. Oops. Kernel. Whoops. Did I not? Did I? Kernel? Kernel. Whoops. Kernel. Kernel is what I wanted.
Nice banana.
Yes. This is so fun. Except it's showing the output. Spawn. Note that the according document, whether you spawn or manually fork system, you should grab the PID. Process.fork. Yeah, let's try one of those. Yeah, let's try this one, maybe better.
Nice banana.
But system. What's the difference between system and this one? Why is this? Is there a difference? Maybe like of how the output handling works?
Nice banana.
No, it's still there. Run. Well, because it's pipe. It's because it's standard error and standard out, not merging. Pipe standard out, standard error together. It's like a little thingy that you can do. Yeah, this one. Just check the back of there. Cha-chow. Yeah, it should work. So it just captures all the output.
Nice banana.
No, it's still there. Why is the why is it still doing that? Maybe I should do this one. Whoops.
Nice banana.
Huh. Ruby run command. Run shell. Standard error, standard out. I can never remember these damn commands. Exits from Ruby, then runs a command, returns for the status code. Open 3. I guess. Capture. All right, let's do it your way, computer. Let's do it your way. Do it your way. So that's just the shell command in just like a nice little new line thingy. And I gotta get open 3 business in here. Open 3.
Nice banana.
There you go, it's been captured now. It has been captured now. What I do want to do is try to figure out why the last message is showing twice. Pass the message and then render the message. It's unclear why it does it twice. Because this is basically the code that loops in the Ruby script. I'm getting the line from the IC server, and then I'm putting I'm just storing it in my cache file, and my cache file looks like this cache, and then today's date, which is the 2011, like this. All right, and it just basically reads through this file. Okay, is it the 11th? What day is it? Yeah, it's 11. Yeah, it's supposed to just read through this whole file again. Appa. Yeah, this is the message. Oh, it actually saved as 2 bananas. 2 bananas being saved. This makes no sense. I don't know why there's no banana. All right, the double banana rendering is a bug. We got a bug in the double banana rendering scenario, but I'm going to not do any of that stuff here. So this is when the client loads, it renders the messages from the persistent history. I'm just going to make a flag. So none of this fun stuff. Fun, by default, fun is true. And I'm just going to turn this this whole business off. Seems like a little duplicate looking at banana with it. Yeah, I think all the bananas are being duplicated. You know what it is? It's because I'm running 2 versions of the friggin' client. That's the problem. I've got this client here and this client here running, so it's actually writing twice to my cache. That is why. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for pointing that out. That's exactly the problem. That's exactly the problem. I shouldn't be running 2 of these things. All right, so that's gone. Now if I load this up, there's no fun. But if a chat comes through with a banana.
Nice banana.
Yes. We did it. We did it. We really did. We really, really, really did. I don't know why I'm so proud of myself. Thank you. I'm glad that someone appreciates this banana technology that I've built. I might win a Ruby Hero Award for this. I think I might. So what have we learned? I haven't done any PNG handling like I was going to do, because what I was hoping to do was, so these badges are currently being rendered to the terminal, each one individually. I was going to make a sprite sheet and sort of only just like load all the badges in once and sort of reference them and copy them, which you can do with the Kitty Graphics protocol. I didn't do that. I was hoping to do that. I'll do that another time. And I need a better caching mechanism. So if there's 2 clients open, they're not writing to the same cache. And then you just get double handling. Maybe like a lock file or something like that. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye because it was unscheduled. It was an unscheduled stream. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed watching me get my computer working with this banana gear. And just for one final sign off, 1 banana for the road.
Nice banana.
Nice banana. Thank you. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Ciao. Bye. Bye.